Hello everybody, this is Sebastian Hurtado and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about a non guerlain. Today we'll be talking about a perfume that I very much love. Even though I haven't worn that much, well, I've worn a little bit. You can see there. This one actually I got for my husband. That's why it has his initials on the bottle. Yes, I don't know if that's the right way or not, but yeah, they put his initials on the back of the bottle. It's quite pretty, but actually I do regret a little bit because he didn't like the initials that much either. So I will be talking about Myrrhe Eglantine from Hermès. This was created by Christine Nagel in 2018. It was her first introduction of her work in the Hermessence collection. She introduced 5 at the time. I think it was this one, 2 oils for sure. I can't remember exactly what were the other 2, but I would say it's the 2 ones with a heavier wood. I was told that there's not actually oud in the perfume in the perfumes in the other 2. Let me just talk about the oils first. The other oils are Cardamousse and Musc Pallida. The other 2 oils plus 2 more perfume, Agar Ben, I think, but I'm not going to be mentioning the other 2 because I'm not certain about which ones they were that came together at the same time as this. But from the 5 perfumes that she introduced to the Hermessence collection, this was my favorite of the eau de parfum. And the oils, I really liked the Musc Pallida, even though I thought I was going to like the Cardamousse better because I love cardamom. And but no, actually, I loved the Pallida because Pallida is I believe is a kind of iris that was worked with the musk in that oil, so I love both notes quite much. I also love iris very much, so I really enjoyed Musc Pallida. So we'll be talking about that eventually. I really like the Hermessence collection. They're all eau de toilette except for the 2 oils. And a lot of people complain about the longevity on the skin, but I don't have any problems with this collection. Longevity, staying power, it lasts quite a bit on my skin. I know a lot of people say the opposite, and it's a shame because yeah, they're gorgeous, I find. All the collection originally was created by Jean-Claude Helena. He was the head perfume designer for Hermès for the longest time, and he was replaced by Christine Nagel a few years ago. I believe it was either 2017 or 18. So let's go talking about Myrrhe Eglantine from Hermès. This is the, hopefully you can read the name. Myrrhe Eglantine right there. Yeah. One thing that I find that it's interesting to point out about this collection is that the caps, the leather that's used on the caps, represent the texture of the perfume as thought by Hermès. So as thought by Christine Nagel and Jean-Claude Helena. You will see that every cap has a different leather and a different color. So Myrrhe Eglantine has this one, and this leather, I don't know what's the name of this leather, but it's I think it's a great job that they do matching the leather with the perfume. One of them has a fuzzy leather, kind of like suede, but it's not really suede. It's a way of representing the perfume. Also, they come with a case too if you want to add that option. It's a little bit, well, quite a bit more expensive, I should say. The case, it's made of the exact same leather that's used on the caps. So I'm just going to go on Hermès' own website to read a little bit what they say about the perfume. It's before I spray on, and I should, yeah. An intimate meeting of precious myrrh and wild rosehip, delicate, tangy. This legendary material evokes the world of desert caravans and the former perfume routes. A myrrh, then more precious than gold, reinvented and reworked around rosehip, a wild, fresh, and tangy rose that never surrenders. Christine Nagel, Myrrhe Eglantine doesn't shy away from rich, saturated notes. Soft musks, licorice, like incense, and creamy woods are humming as its roses bloom. Yeah. And the notes are olfactory emotion, fresh, delicate. Main raw materials are myrrh and wild rose. They don't really disclose a lot of what the notes are in the perfumes. But now, let's go. It's quite beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. A lot of people shy away from this perfume and don't even consider smelling it because they're not fans of myrrh. But this is not the kind of myrrh that we're used to, the super incensey, heady, heavy, churchy kind of myrrh. It's not overly smoky. Also, it's really fresh and delicate. It's really well balanced with the rose hip. It's okay. I'm not familiar with rose hip. Well, I've had rose hip water once, but I haven't really smelled the rose hip in the wild. But here it's really 50-50. It's the rose hip does add the freshness and that tangy feeling that Hermès tells us. I don't always agree with what they say. Actually, more than half the time I don't agree with what they say. But in here, yes, it's really well balanced marriage of the rose with the myrrh. The myrrh in here, it's like I said previously, it's not really heavy, super smoky. No, it's a fresh kind of myrrh. It's because of the rose, the combination with the rose, that it's very elegant, it's a very classic. It's very soft, like this leather, and the color of the cap. Also, I don't know what's the color of this cap, the color of the leather, but it also goes really, really well with the smell of the perfume. So you can have a better look at the color of the cap. It's a kind of a soft, kind of pinkish, but not. I really don't know what color this is, but it's quite beautiful. It does have tangy. It does have that tangy thing that it kind of tickles your throat a little bit. Yeah, it's quite beautiful. I really don't know much to say about this. It's just, if you like myrrh, you're used to that, super smoky and incensey and heavy myrrh, and you like to add something different to your collection, try this, because this is very interesting. And if you're one of those people that don't like myrrh, because it's classically associated with that, the incensey, smoky, resinous kind of feeling, you you should definitely try this, because it's quite something. It's a beautiful, delightful myrrhe. It has a lot of rose. It's a myrrhe with a lot of rose, and it has some greenness to it too. I don't get spices. It's mostly, to my perception, it's mostly rose and myrrhe, but light and delicate. Very much Hermès style. Yeah, it goes very, very well with the aesthetic of Hermès, of the brand. So yes, if you could get your nose on this, please do. I would love to hear what you think about it, actually. So yes, thank you so much for watching. And if you like what I'm doing, consider giving a thumb up, consider subscribing, and if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of future videos. And thank you so much for your time, for spending time with me, for your attention. And I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. And the world does need more beauty lovers. Bye.